So hey guys, hey. So I wanted to thank you guys all for taking the time out of your busy schedules. We know that you're busy with work and school and kids and fur babies and all that jazz and your own personal life. So taking the time and getting on these team calls is not for us, your uplines, your leaders. It's for you and your business. And if anything, personal growth. So kudos to everybody hopping on tonight. So my name is Victoria Roberts, or Vicki Roberts, unless you're my mom and I'm in trouble. I am hosting tonight's team call and I'm super excited about it, but I'm going to let you guys know I'm a super sap and I'm probably going to cry. And if I make you guys cry, I apologize. Christine's nodding her head like, this girl's going to make us cry. Okay. So with that said, I'm going to introduce myself for those of you that don't know me. So I've been a coach for 6 years. I was able to walk away from corporate America 2.5 years into coaching. When I first signed up as a Beachbody coach, I was halfway through my own health and fitness journey because I was diagnosed in 2009 with hypothyroidism. And those of you that have thyroid issues, you know it's really hard to lose weight or have energy. And I had a baby, so losing weight and having energy was non-existent to me. But I was able to drop 60 pounds by myself, and I had no belief in myself at the time and no self-worth. I didn't feel like I had a purpose. All I felt was a cow in percents because I was nursing. So I was at my son's beck and call all the time. I was an udder, literally. That's all I was. And I needed more purpose in my life. And then my best friend, Allison, that I've known since I was 15, she was doing this program called Turbo Fire. And I was just watching her watch this blonde girl jump up and down. And I was like, I don't know what she's doing. Oh my gosh. And then I seen her 30-day photos. And I'm like, how is this girl getting better results in 30 days than I did at the freaking gym? Like, it blew my mind. But I wanted to be a part of it. And at the time, I was in a very unhappy marriage. And we were not even living paycheck to paycheck. We were broke beyond our means. There was times where we had to choose to purchase diapers or groceries for the week. And I don't know if any of you guys have ever struggled financially, but it is a major stress factor. And you don't feel like a good parent. You feel worthless. You feel stuck. You don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. And that's where I was. And then I had this carrot dangling right in front of my face that I could take an opportunity to potentially change my life. But here I'm going to let you guys know that at that time, I had zero belief in myself. Here I was potentially going to spend $205 on myself for a challenge pack. Yes, Turbo Fire was $205 at the time. And that was more money than we spent on groceries for a month. And I was going to spend it on myself. I didn't know if I was going to do anything with it. I didn't know if I was going to be successful. I didn't even know if I was going to lose any more weight. But I knew that I needed a chance to change my life inside and out. And I took that chance. I skipped out on a few credit card bills in order to pay for my challenge pack. I don't suggest this to anybody, but I just share my part of the story because this is my jam. This is what I did. And I did. And I was terrified. At first, when I signed up as a coach, I didn't think people wanted to see my sweaty selfies. They surely didn't want to see me kissing my Shakeology shaker cup. Like, I kept to myself for the first 30 days. And when I had my first progress photos, like you're supposed to take photos every 30 days in 90-day programs, I took my photos and I was blown away. But I knew I had to share. And I was told by everybody, you need to share these photos. You need to share these photos. But it was really hard for me because I was so afraid of what other people were going to think of me. Has anyone felt that way? Oh my God, what is everybody going to think of me? My friends, my family, people that I don't even know in real life. What are they going to say? What are they going to think of me? I was terrified to the point where I almost made myself sick coming up with this perfect post with the perfect font and all this ridiculous jazz. I ended up posting my day 1, day 30 pictures, hit send, walked away from my computer for probably 24 hours. The next day I came back and I was amazed by the amount of feedback that I got, the support, the love, the encouragement. And I realized right then, I can do this. I can do this. Like, maybe this is my jam. Maybe this is something that I can do. I was so excited because for once in my life, I didn't follow someone else. I didn't do as someone else told me to do. I wasn't like, oh, well, they're doing this and I probably need to sell Mary Kay, or I need to, run a daycare at home to earn money, or whatever it was. I felt something in my heart that I needed to do for myself, and I went for it. And it was I'm going to already start crying. It was the first time that I can honestly say that I was proud of myself for taking a chance at something that I didn't believe in. Okay, I'm going to cry. I haven't even started. Whew. Okay, so with that said, like I said, I'm a single mom. Now I have a 9-year-old son. He is my freaking world, you guys. He's the best kid ever. He was recently diagnosed with scoliosis. He has a 40-degree spine curve towards the left, which is really abnormal because 95% of them go to the right. So we've been dealing with that. I also was recently diagnosed with Hashimoto's. I've lost 130 pounds. I'm a 5-star diamond coach. I'm a Success Club legend. I've actually hit Success Club 10 or more 67 months in a row. And I'm the founder of Unstoppable Misfits. And I know a bunch of you guys are on here, so I'm excited to have you guys. So with that said, I'm going to share with you guys how to go through tough times and how to not let them cripple you or your business, okay? So I'm sitting here searching Pinterest because that's where I get all my jams, my quotes from. And I was, tough times quotes. And I was reading like tough times don't last, tough girls do, or blah, blah, blah. And, that just wasn't resonating with me. And I'm sitting here thinking like, I remember a quote that I listened to or I heard, or maybe some podcast. And I really sat there for a good chunk of time. And I was like, what was that quote? And it came to me, and it was, grow through what you go through. And that like pulled on my heartstrings, because the thing is, yes, we're all going to have tough times, but like at that time, do we really think we're tough? Like, do we say, I'm strong, I could take on anything? No, that's bullshit, because half the time you're like crumbling in a ball in a corner, or, you're eating a bag of bonbons while watching Gilmore Girls. I mean, let's be real here. You don't feel tough. So when I remember this quote, grow through what you go through, we all go through shit. You guys, oh, by the way, I have very colorful language when I get excited. So I'm warning you guys. Hope you guys can hang. So the thing is, as a Beachbody coach, we know one of the 4 vital behaviors is personal growth, which is growing. We all know that coaching, that our health and fitness, that our lives, our relationships, everything is not going to be rainbows and butterflies. We know that. We're adults now. We know that it's not always easy. So we need not just to expect the hard times or the hardships or whatever, but we need to know that we can grow no matter what is thrown at us. And I'm going to share with you guys how I did it. And I'm going to be real, you guys. If you don't follow me on social media, I am as real and raw and vulnerable as they come. I mean, I'm sure there's more people more real and raw and vulnerable than me, but I tell it like it is. I don't sugarcoat shit, and I have nothing to hide. So it's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So first things first, I want to let you guys know, ever since I actually started working the business 30 days into my coaching journey, I've always had that survival mentality. Like, this is something that I want to work. Not because I'm selfish by any means. I didn't want to be $1 million earner. I didn't want to be a 6-figure earner. Honestly, at that time, I was like, I didn't know it was possible. I just wanted something that I was good at. And so I worked this business like I was in survival mode. Yes, the income was great. Yes, being able to provide groceries and diapers the same week was fantastic. But it was helping women who once felt like I felt. That meant more than any dollar. And that's why I strived to make Beachbody a priority, Monday through Friday. Yeah, I still worked on my personal growth and my workouts on the weekends, but I took time off on the business for me and for my son. I also work the business. So all of our leaders are part of 5 to 8 star diamonds with Brittany Adamson from corporate. And she's asked me one time, she's like, how are you hitting Success Club 20, 30 every single month? And I tell her, it's because every day I'm working as it's the first day of the month and it's the last day of the month. Because we all know once August 1st comes tomorrow, no matter how many Success Club points you have in July, it's a wash. You have to start from scratch. And we also know how many of us have waited until the very last day to reach our Success Club goal, right? So every single day, well, every Monday through Friday, I'm sitting there working like it's the first and last day of the month. I'm not hustling, because that word doesn't make Beachbody fun for me. I'm actually intentionally working my business because I want to help women. That's it. That's it. And how I work the business, I always lead with my why. My why is my son. My why is being present in my son's life, being a yes mom, being a mom that says, yes, I can get up and play soccer with you because I am not lacking energy. Yes, we can go out and, go to that arcade with your friends because we could afford it. Yes, we can go on a family vacation. Yes, we can do this. It's for my son. And it's for me to have a purpose, to feel good about my life. And I want my son to be like, oh yeah, my mom does this and she does this Beachbody stuff and she talks with all these girls on Zoom and sometimes I get to shoot her with Nerf guns. And, I want to be that mom that my son's proud of. And recently my one is to be able to afford to get out of situations where I couldn't have before. Anyways, let's move on. So what happens when shit hits the fan? When times get tough, whether it's your radiator blowing out of your car or your kid breaking their leg, you getting sick, anything happening that life often throws at us, we pull back from Beachbody. Beachbody is the first thing that I see so many people stepping away from. And it's so ironic when it's the one thing that can save people's lives. We become paralyzed. Paralyzed where we don't know what to do. Paralyzed where we stop reading personal development, which makes us more insecure and into ourselves. We get paralyzed to where we stop reaching out to people and we actually pull away from those that mean the most to us and our teams that we know we can lean on. We become depressed. And then all of our momentum, everything that we've gained from our own health and fitness, our business growth, everything starts plummeting. And then when we finally start feeling good about ourselves, we're like, well, where'd my momentum go? Where'd my mojo go? And it's like, it's a downhill climb. Like, you got to start from scratch. And we do this so often, because life is going to throw curveballs at us left and right. And sometimes we sit there and we just take it. We just take it. But you guys, we don't have to take it. We don't have to take it. And I'm telling you guys this, and this is where shit's going to get really serious. How do I know this? Well, last year I sold my home, and I lived in my old home with my ex-husband, and I sold it by myself with my son because I wanted to live out in the neighborhood or move out of the neighborhood, and I wanted to move down here and with my fiance. December of last year, we purchased this big, gorgeous, fabulous home, right? Big, gorgeous. The dream home. Then, oh wait, I missed a spot. My fiance flew to New Orleans Summit last year to propose to me in front of my entire team. Oh my gosh. Big, huge, flashy, everything, right? Bought a home, planning a wedding. Everything looked so good on the gram, right? We always post the most perfect shit on Instagram. No one knew. No one knew that I was hurting. No one knew that I was struggling. No one knew that every night I went to sleep crying. And me being my authentic self, people started seeing that I wasn't being true to who I was on social media. And even in real life, my coaches would pull me aside and be like, you've lost your shine. And I know a lot of you guys don't know me, but I'm really outgoing and bubbly, and I like to bring my sunshine everywhere I go, kind of thing. And to be told that, it broke me. This year at Summit, You know how all your coaches say, go to Summit, it's going to be a life changer. This Summit was a complete life changer because I was there only around the people that mattered the most supporting and uplifting people. And I got my shine back. I got my shine back and I felt so free and so confident and I felt good. I was working my business at Summit. I came home with like a $2,400 paycheck, which was fabulous. Like, that's freaking awesome, okay? $2,400 in a week. Woo. But when I came back, I stood up for myself. And I said, I'm not going to get married anymore. I'm not going to do it. Because I know who I am. And I'm out there every day talking to women that tell me their struggles that they're going through in relationships and how they're afraid to stand up for themselves, or they're afraid to walk away, or they're afraid to leave their job because they have no security, or they're afraid to do this or afraid to do that. And how was I going to be that woman to help these women get past their own fear if I wasn't doing it myself? That would be fake. And I've never wanted to be more far from fake in my life. So I stood up for myself. 18 days before my wedding, I canceled it. It's the hardest thing I've ever had to do. And I'm still going through it. It was 5 weeks ago. Still going through it. Still living in the same house. Here's the thing, you guys. I've been a Success Club 20 earner for 67 months. Usually I have a goal in mind. By the 5th, I hit Success Club 5. By the 10th, I hit Success Club 10. By the 16th of this month, I had zero. I did not work my business for 3 weeks. I was paralyzed. I pulled away from even my bestest of friends. From my team, I had to reach out to my team and was like, you guys, I'm sorry. I suck. I literally suck at life right now. I pulled away from everything that I knew, that I've watched all these amazing coaches do when times got tough. I was doing the same thing and I couldn't get out of it. And it was hard. No matter what anyone said to me, any motivational quote and songs and all this jazz, I couldn't get out of it. But July 16th hit. And I'm like, fuck, I'm supposed to be on my honeymoon right now. You know what? I'm going to go change some lives. So I started working. By that Friday, I was at Success Club 18. And I felt so freaking good, you guys. It wasn't because I was at my Success Club goal. It wasn't because I was numbing myself with other things. It was because I was doing my purpose. I remembered my purpose, and that was helping other people in their lives. It was remembering my why, remembering why I signed up as a coach. Remember why I continued to be on this journey, even through the hard times. I went through divorce. I went through multiple diagnoses. I went through my son's diagnosis. I went through losing my dad, who was my world's best friend. If I could go through that shit, I could go through anything. If I could lose 130 pounds and learn to love myself, I could get through anything. Because I breathe belief in people, and at that time, I needed to breathe belief in myself. And I think so often than not, we forget to do that when stuff gets rough. And we let life take over. We put it in the universe's hands. Oh, the universe, whatever. You know what? I believe the universe will provide, throw everything at your way, whatever that shows or throws at you, what you could handle, whatever. But I believe that anything you set your mind on, you can do. I firmly believe that. And it's not because I have some magical power. I drink just the same amount of Energize as you guys do. I don't eat anything differently. I mean, maybe a glass of wine or two more than you. I don't know. But I'm saying is I don't have the secret sauce. I don't have the secret willpower. I told you, you guys, if you go look on my last Instagram post, I posted a picture of when I was 268 pounds. I had no willpower, no self-worth. If I can go from that girl to this girl, get over a big giant hump, you guys can do it too. I don't care how long you've been on that hump. Get over it because you deserve it. And you know what else? The women that follow you, the other people that follow you deserve it too. They need you back. They need the girl back that they started following because you were inspiring, empowering, that you gave them life. You guys, I know what you know that feels like when you're scrolling Instagram, you're laying in bed and you're like, it's 5 o'clock. Should I really wake up right now and do my workout? And you're like, damn it, Christine's already working out with Lincoln. Shit, I got to get up. And then you wake up and then you like get your spandex on and you get to work, right? You guys know y'all follow somebody that makes you get up out of bed or put down the Twinkie or whatever you're inspired to do. Pick up that personal development book. The thing is, you just got to go back to being true to who you are. Life is always going to throw things at you. But you have to, this is why it's so important to have a firm why. Sit down on a Sunday and just write that shit out. What's important to you? Why do you sign up as a Beachbody coach? Why do you want to be successful in this business? What does it mean to you in your future? Maybe your present sucks right now. I get it. Trust me, I get it. But your future doesn't have to suck. Next week doesn't have to suck. Next month doesn't have to suck. You aren't in charge of your reality, period. If you want to be a successful Beachbody coach, you can. If you want to be successful at your own health and fitness journey, you can. If you want to be successful at getting rid of the toxicity in your life, you can. All you got to do is say, I'm done with that shit. And GTFO. Or get to work. All of the above. So, now what's happening? What's happening? The fact that I've intentionally been working my business. Well, right now I have, I think, 4 out of 5 brand new coaches since last Thursday because of our sneak peek on our first team call together. Hey girls, hey. We're helping others. We're feeling good. And the thing is, I want you to understand this. This is not a selfish thing. If you're going through hard shit, like I'm telling you guys, if you look through a certain segment of selfies, you see like swollen eyelids, like a fake ass smile. Like I'm trying to put myself up there with like some self-worth quote. I tried my best. But you see a sudden change. You see a change, and you see a change in the engagement with people. Because they can see you. They can literally see your soul because you're speaking to them, because you're making them feel how you feel, or they feel your struggle, or they felt what you're overcoming. Or maybe they're going through what you're overcoming. And that's why we need to show up. It's really hard to put yourself out there when you're struggling. I get it. I really get that. And sometimes you're even going to get backlash. I get that too. I had some guy named Richard, no pun intended, but he was a dick on my photo that I posted. Yeah, that was fun. But luckily I have some good teammates that teamed up with me and made him feel, valuable. But you're going to get some backlash, but that's okay because we're not here to help those people. We're here to help the people that are struggling, the people that need someone, the people that need someone that they can count on, the people that they know what it feels like to be hurt and scared and alone and ashamed and embarrassed. We all know as a Beachbody coach, we are told things from people that they won't even tell their best friends or their moms. You guys know that, right? Just because you're real and you're true to who you are and you share your insecurities and your vulnerabilities on social media, they feel like they can trust in you. And you're not going to be there to judge them or to tell them that they're doing this wrong or whatever. You're there to help them. And that's why they're sharing this stuff with you. But what happens if you let your stuff get in the way? You stop helping them. You start feeling worse about yourself. That is not a win-win. But when you start helping other people, you start helping other people for other people, but then you start feeling good. Like how many of you guys have ever received a message like, because of you, I've lost 10 pounds, or because of you, I was able to fit in this little black dress or a bikini for the first time in 10 years or whatever. Because of you, I did this. Has anyone on this call gotten a message like that? I want to see some hands. Okay, Sasha, thank you. Okay, there you go. Little engagement here. Okay, good. Now think about that. Think about those things that you're keeping from other people. Like, we know it's hard. Maybe don't use your social media as a diary. Maybe talk to your team first, or your upline, or your success partner. But don't be afraid to be seen. And don't be afraid to stand up to your fear, whatever it may be, and let yourself work past it. Because if I can do it, you guys, anybody can do it. Anyone can do it. And you know what? Lately, I'm every morning, every single morning, I read my personal development for half an hour. I write my monthly goals that I'm working towards in present tense, because I'm hitting those bitches, okay? Then I write gratitude. I'm expressing thanks for what I have in my life and opening up to receive more. Then I write what I call my daily love. It's my words of affirmations. Things that I've needed to hear every day. But I'm going to tell myself, because I deserve to hear these words. And recently, my last word of affirmation, I love I am confident, I am fucking amazing. Yes, that's one of my affirmations. I promise you that. I'm allowed to shine. But my most recent one, I am a 10-star diamond coach earning $15,000 a week. That is my last affirmation. And that's going to happen by December 2018. Because I'm working it. Because I'm back. And because I am not letting anything stand in my way. And if I don't let anything stand in my way, neither should you guys. So that's all I have for you guys. If you guys have any questions, there's 26 chatty Cathys up in here. I'm going to go look. Uh-oh. Oh, I love you too. You are my twin emotionally. I love you guys. Got a message today. She's down 9 pounds and back to pre-baby weight. That's awesome, Cassidy. Oh, tissue box. I'm sorry. I told you guys. I warned you. I warned you there was going to be cussing and crying. I mean, that's what I bring to the table. You're welcome. But, long story short, you guys signed up as a Beachbody coach for a reason. And it wasn't a selfish reason. It was a reason that was going to better your life and the life of others. Period. And we all know, because we're all humans, that there's going to be days that are hard. There's going to be weeks and even longer periods of time that are hard. You can do something to get past that, or you can stay there. But you signed up as a Beachbody coach because you were done with contentment. You were done being stagnant. You were done being where you were, right? So as a Beachbody coach, don't let things hold you back, no matter how hard they are. Yes, Morgan, go forward. So from now on, pull the reins by the horn. Pull the reins by the horn. Pull the horns. Pull something. Pull those horns and just run. That's what we're doing. So that's all. Does anyone have questions, comments, concerns? You can chat with me. I like people unmuting themselves now. I'm glad you did too, Sasha.
Hey guys, I just wanted to say, if you invited us to unmute ourselves, that no questions, but I just wanted to say how much I appreciate hearing your story. I am a relatively new coach. I've only been coaching for about 2 months. Yay. And kind of have just hit my first stride of momentum. And, I love hearing your story about, your own weight loss journey. I'm on my own and still have a ways to go, but seeing how far you've been able to take your business and take your health and fitness journey is just like what I needed today when I was feeling down to really just keep going. So thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And congratulations and welcome to Beachbody.
Thank you.
All right. No more questions or no questions? All right. Now, one more engaging question for you guys, because as my Unstoppable Misfits know that I like engagement. This is going to impact so many people. Yes. Good. Thank goodness I remember to record it. But moving forward, whether you're in a hardship now, or there may be one coming, or hopefully not for a very, very long time, but who is going to grow through that process? Who is going to use this momentum, that drive, their why, to get through the hard stuff moving forward? Yes, grow through what you go through. Abso-freaking-lutely. I said freaking because I seen a baby girl on here somewhere. I saw a little one. Earmuffs. What's my fave personal development for a new coach? And also for coaches that have been around for a couple years. So I think personal development is very personal. However, when it comes to like I call myself a self-love motivator. I'm really into all the words of affirmations and stuff. So for me, it was radical self-love, adventures for your soul, and lovable. Those are my 3 top favorites for self-love. What podcasts do I listen to the most? Sean T's. Oh my gosh. I love Sean T. I listen to him, and then I listen to Rachel Hollis's podcast. You're earning that test group. Dude, I emailed him. I was like, Sean, let me in your test group. I need Transform 20 in my life. I'm going to see him in Seattle next month. Woo woo. That's right. Cassidy, I'm going to be very jealous if you get in. Hopefully I'll be in there with you. Yeah, you're coming too. Woo. Awesome. Yes, No Excuses is also good personal development book for your business. My actual favorite book for the business is The Magic of Thinking Big. That was my first book that I read because it helps you get over your limits of yourself, of your belief in yourself, and helps you soar, baby. Yeah. What's the best piece of advice for new coaches? My best piece of advice for new coaches is don't be afraid to be seen. Because I think so many new coaches and so many seasoned coaches are so afraid of rejection or people pleasing or what people are going to say that they hold back so much. And, I'm going to be honest, I absolutely love Instagram stories where people are being their true selves, whether they're tripping over their weights or they're boogieing on down or they're lip singing all the wrong lyrics. Like, that's my jam. That's the shit that I do too. Like, don't be afraid to be seen, no matter what it is. And whether you signed up yesterday or you signed up 2 years ago, don't be afraid of what other people are going to think. Just speak to, whether it's your Instagram story or your post or your personal messages, speak like you're speaking to yourself 5 years ago. That's my word of advice. Can you list all your favorite self-help books? Can I list them? Oh my gosh. I can take a picture and I could send it in the leaders chat of my bookshelf with all my, that's a lot because I do have a lot of favorites. But what might be my favorite might not be your favorite too. But I will share. Oh, you're my Jill. We'll talk about this on your Getting Started Right call. I'll tell you all about my favorite books. What's your biggest tip for a brand new coach? My biggest tip for a brand new coach is start sharing your journey. Don't wait until you have progress or success or meet your goal weight or earn your first dollar, because I see that so many times where people say, well, I can't share a transformation photo because I'm not done with my first program, or I can't make a post for coaching because I haven't progressed in my business at all. Share anything. Share your story, share your why, talk about it, but don't be afraid to be seen, because here's another thing. Don't be surfacial. Okay. You want to get really deep into what you're talking about. So people hit the fillers, right? Because when people have that connection with you, they have a reason to want to sign up with you or to message you or to trust you when you message them. So that's what I would say. Yes. Don't wait. Start sharing and inviting. Absolutely. Don't be afraid of no's too. Guys, us leaders, we get no's every freaking day, all day long. We got all the no's. But y'all wouldn't be here if we were scared and we held ourselves back and we're scared of, or let the no's fear or let us, I'm done talking. That's it.
I think one of my favorite things that you taught me was no just means not right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. What is your favorite PD for when you have negative people around you? Meditation. There's not necessarily a personal development book that I've read. Well, Shalene Johnson Carsmarts, she talks about toxic people, but I don't know if you could even get that anymore. But definitely meditation. I use the Insight Timer app. It's a free app, and you can click guided meditations and go from 0 to 5 minutes, 6 to 10 minutes, up to an all-night meditation. And you could click on the different ones, like different topics that you want, whether it's relationships, happiness, healing, all that stuff. And that is definitely something that I would recommend for toxic people around you, because that has helped me. Side note, obsessed with your hair. Oh, thanks. It's fading a lot. It used to be more vibrant, but I appreciate it very much. You're welcome, Morgan. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for letting me chat your ears off for a little bit this evening. I hope you guys got a lot of takeaways, and if not, the strength to move forward in your businesses. So with that said, I appreciate you guys all, and I hope you guys all have a good evening.